All right, the Reds, it is the post-match pint. The post-match pint after Liverpool were beaten 4-1 by Manchester City at Anfield. And it's the first time that the Mancs, or these Mancs, have won at Anfield since 2003. And that puts an end to that record. And I would say that puts an end to any hopes we had left of winning the Premier League this season. City are now 10 points ahead of us in the league with a game in hand. And I've got Damian and I've got Lizzi with me. Damian, I think we are now... If you had any hope left of the title, you are now instead looking at top four and a good run in the Champions League, aren't we?
Yeah, you got to be realistic, haven't you? That's where we are. And I've got to be honest, even if we'd won today, we'd still be in the dying embers.
Yeah.
We're still looking for snookers against a very in-form, fabulous Manchester City team. Fair play to them. It's their day today. I'm not going to moan about that. We shot ourselves in the foot. It's been a really tough ride, hasn't it, in the last few weeks? We've looked slow, pedestrian, lacked ideas, look vulnerable at the back, and everything's wrong at the moment. But this is our team. Who else do you want to support?
Exactly. This is our team and our club, and I'm not. Exactly, I can't be asked with throwing everyone under the bus. I reckon right now, or not right now, when this goes out, there will be people who jump on the little preview, hoping that we're all here, doing some kind of Arsenal fan TV. Well, I'm just not going to do it. Sorry.
No. Should we? No, on a couple of levels, because there's a couple of things here. There are mitigating factors into why Liverpool aren't doing as well as they might. That doesn't mean there's any excuses. Where we're up to at the moment isn't acceptable. I think, from top to bottom at the club at first team level, we're not doing it right at the moment. We've had such fabulous times, haven't we? And if we get some players back, next season, we could be the real deal again. We don't know what it is going forward. But I'll put something else into context for you. I consider us all on this call, and so many of the Liverpool followers. We're fortunate that we can go to the game, but the clue's in the title, isn't it? We're supporters.
Exactly.
And it doesn't mean blind loyalty. Far from it. You want to talk about blind loyalty. I've certainly followed Liverpool over a very long time, and I had to call them out on many occasions. But absolutely rubbish at the moment. I'm sure they're all gutted. I can't, I'd love to be at the meeting where at the meeting where they turn it round and they start clicking. But yeah, it's horrible at the moment, isn't it? And here we are with these first world problems, feeling absolutely depressed. We're still in the European Cup and still in fourth place in the league. And that is poor pickings on the back of the last few seasons, which shows you the journey we've been on. It doesn't mean we're excused from being rubbish going forward, but it does add context to it. And it's a question of us taking our medicine. As much as we should, as much as our rivals have to take their medicine. When Man City last year lost, I think it was 9 league games when they went through a similar dip after doing similar heights. I think that's where we are. That's my honest opinion. And I think that strategically, Liverpool will get it right as a club as much as they can in the summer. And we'll go again. And we'll look this time next season, we'll look better than we do right now. And that's what it is, isn't it? We've just got to be honest and say we're not good enough. Man City are better than us. And let's just make sure there's no more teams than them who are better than us this season, and we go again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough to take, obviously, Lizzi, and also I think another reason why it always stings a bit in these situations is it's Damian's right to point out how fortunate we are to be Liverpool fans, basically, because I always put in the darker days, I always put it in the context of imagine supporting anyone else. You literally don't get to see what we've got to see. You don't get to go to European Cup finals and see your team win it, and you don't get to see your team lift the Premier League title. There's fans all over the country, all over the world. You never get to see the fans win anything at all. And there's still stuff to aim for, of course, top four, as Damian said, but also the individual games. Like if we go and beat Everton, I'll be happy that we've beat Everton. Do you know what I mean? And we all will. And we can all do a post-match pint and talk about it. But look, on the day, in the immediate aftermath, it of course stings. And it's things that, for the first time since the 60s, we've lost 3 league games on the spin. For the first time since 2009, we're conceding 4 goals at home. Arshavin, that was that. And at least we got a draw that day. It is hard and it is tough, isn't it, Lizzi? But if we do the game, because I'm sure you will agree with all those statements, Oz, for talking a lot here, but if we do the actual game, like first half, I was saying to my mates, like, we've done all right there. We maybe showed them a bit too much respect in the first 20 or so, but we created the better chances, and there was loads of hope for the second half, wasn't there? And then Alisson and that.
Oh God, the game, right? I have to get me thinking that on here. First half was all right. I think we were a little bit too conservative. I think they were as well. It was quite like tetchy, I think is the right word. A little bit edgy, a little bit. No one wanted to show the cards, but what it did see signs of was a team coming to Anfield to play football, and that meant that we could play a bit of football as well, and that made a big difference.